Good afternoon, everyone. I, Dr. Vijay Chaudhary,
And I, Dr. Shweta Pulshrestha,
welcome you all to webinar on meditation under Anandam scheme of Government of Rajasthan at MET Institute of Biotechnology, MET University, Rajasthan. Let us begin with a famous quote. Brilliant things happen in calm minds. Be calm, you are brilliant. Meditation is a simple practice available to all, which can reduce stress, increase calmness and clarity, and promote happiness. The practice appears to have an amazing variety of neurological benefits, from changes in gray matter volume of the brain and to enhanced connectivity between brain regions. Learning how to meditate is straightforward and the benefits can come quickly. Today's webinar offers the basic tips to get you started on a path towards greater equanimity, acceptance, and joy. Take a deep breath and get ready to relax. We are privileged to introduce two ardent practitioners and trainers of heartfulness meditation who happens to be our eminent speakers of the day, Professor Vinay Sharma and Mr. Ramesh Krishnan. We welcome both of you, sir.
Thank you.
Let me first introduce our Director and Dean Research, Professor Vinay Sharma, sir. Professor Vinay Sharma, sir, is currently serving as Dean Research and Director, PhD, and Director, MET Institute of Biotechnology, MET University, Rajasthan, Jaipur, since May 2018, and has over 36 years of university level experience in teaching and research in plant sciences and biotechnology. Earlier, he has served as Associate Professor at Department of Biotechnology at IIT Roorkee and as Professor and Head at Banasthali Vidyapeeth. In addition to his impeccable research and teaching credentials, he has been honored with many prestigious fellowships and awards in India and abroad. That is, Fellow of National Academy of Sciences, Fellow of Biotech Research Society, Fellow of Indian Botanical Society, and Fellow the Indian Society of Genetics, Biotechnology Research and Development. Professor Sharma has extensive international research experience as visiting scientist, professor at many institutions of Germany, USA, Japan, and China. Professor Sharma has chaired sessions and has delivered over 100 invited inaugural lead lectures in various symposia, conferences in India and abroad, including Spain, Portugal, UK, Italy, China, Japan, USA, Hungary, and Germany. Professor Sharma has over 36 years of research and teaching experience. He has published over 400 research papers with an H index of 39 and I-10 index of 142 with over 5,829 citations. He has also written 8 books. Professor Sharma has highly rich administrative experience, namely 26 years as the department chair, bioscience and biotechnology, and 23 years as the dean in various capacities. Overall, Professor Sharma combines the qualities of a great researcher, teacher, administrator, communicator, motivator, and advisor. Besides all, he is also a heartfulness meditation practitioner and trainer for last 2 decades. With this brief introduction, I now hand over the mic to Professor Vinay Sharma, sir. Sir, please.
Thank you so much, Vijay, for this very, generous introduction. Now, my hearty welcome to you all to this session on meditation, and the specific topic happens to be, can meditation lead us to happiness? So I'm sure that everybody is, very eagerly looking forward to what is going to happen in this session. Now, incidentally, I am not the main speaker. I shall be just giving the introductory remarks. The main speaker, as you know, is Mr. Ramesh Krishnan, who is, the director of Intel Corporation and is into, I think, software engineering and I think into the cutting edge technologies for the production evolving areas of the new tablets and, the PCs and smartphones and so on and so forth. So first of all, let me very hearty welcome to Mr. Krishnan, please. We are indeed delighted that you are here and you have been able to spare your valuable time for this session. Now, in today's scenario, in fact, meditation happens to be buzzword, and everybody, I am sure, is aware of meditation. Meditation, if we go by the Oxford Dictionary meaning, is to, to focus on something, to ponder over something, to constantly think about something. So essentially, that is meditation. More important, however, is that what is the object of our meditation? We meditate on what? Let us say, in the context in which we are using the term meditation today, there has to be some object for meditation. So what is going to be the object of our meditation? And for that, I know that, many of you are quite confused because there are many different kinds of meditative practices and they take, different objects. For instance, breathing is one of the most popular ones. We have, mantras, or we are advised to focus in the middle of the forehead also. Or there is an image outside where, it's visual kind. We don't close our eyes and we focus on the image outside. So that is, I think, quite confusing. But that, I think, is also very, very essential and very important. What is the object of our meditation? Now, in this context, today's session is essentially would be focusing primarily about a system where we are meditating on heart. We give an auto suggestion that there is a divine light in my heart and we meditate on heart. Now, why heart? Now, that's again quite an important question, that why do we meditate on heart? And I think in the next session, I won't take much time. Mr. Krishnan would be telling you about all those aspects also. So what essentially is the object and what is the purpose of meditation? Now, that is again very, very important. Initially, in the heartfulness system of meditation, we think, we have given a thought, and from thinking, gradually we proceed to feeling, and then alongside many, many more things happen as we proceed in the system of meditation. Heart, as you know, is the seat of our blood circulation as well as the central seat. And the blood flows to all parts of our body from the heart. And more recent scientific experiments prove that heart is also the seat of our perception, our communication. Anything which is happening outside is first of all received in our heart, and there is a heart-brain communication. So we shall not dwell in detail on all those things. But most of us think that purpose of our meditation is who don't go deeply. And, I know that, undergraduate and postgraduate students are by and large here. So they think that this will bring us a lot of, benefits. If I ask you that what could be the possible advantages of meditation, I am sure that you will come out with a whole list of things, It, for instance, relieves the stress. You are able to better focus. You are able to, let us say, it's a kind of a stress reliever. It provides you emotional stability. It will lower your blood pressure. There are a lot of other health benefits, maybe better sleep. So we have a whole lot of advantages of this meditation, as we know normally, and the purpose behind meditation for which most of us might be practicing, or as a student, you might also as well be interested. The question is that can this meditation bring us happiness? That is the topic today. Now, that would by and large be determined by two things, I think. that what is the definition of happiness in your mind? How do you perceive, what thing you perceive as happiness? That is very important. And then, your inner state of mind. What is your inner state of mind? Is it calm? Is it, you are, it's not stable kind of thing? So these two things essentially would determine that how meditation is going to help you for happiness. Because happiness is essentially how we perceive happiness. It's a state of mind. And meditation may not really change your level of happiness, but change the level, change the way the things are happening around you, but surely it will change your perception. So I think we have more to hear on this topic, and I would hand over to I think our moderator, Vijay Chaudhary, before I hand over the topic to Mr. Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for setting up the perfect stage for today's session on can meditation lead us to happiness? Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your experience also with us. And sir also is a trainer, and I have seen at MET, sir is the only one which we can approach who is able to train us in meditation. Thank you, Vinay sir, for giving your insights. Now, I would like to introduce our guest, Mr. Ramesh Krishnan sir. Mr. Ramesh Krishnan sir is a computer professional working in the IT industry for past 30 years. He is currently working as director at Intel Corporation Bangalore, responsible for the delivery of silicon, new concept PCs, tablets, and smartphones into the market. He is an active member of the Heartfulness Institute. He has been meditating under the system for the past 20 years and is a meditation trainer. He is an avid mridangam player and loves listening to Indian classical music during his spare time. He has spent more than 20 years in Canada and the US and is currently settled in Bangalore with his wife and 3 children. We welcome you, sir, and request you to kindly address the audience.
Thank you, Vijay ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
For the wonderful introduction, and respectable Professor Vinay Sharma ji, thank you. I agree with Mrs. Chaudhary that you've set up the stage really, really well for the topic today. And Dr. Shweta also, thank you for inviting me on behalf of MET and the students to be here. And first of all, it's a privilege to be addressing all of you, and also be amongst you, and also be with the students of Amity. So, and I also wanted to welcome my dear students as well. It's a pleasure to be here. I wish, honestly, I wish from the core of my heart that I was there physically with you. And one day, inshallah, I will be there in Rajasthan. I mean, amongst you, and we could have the session face to face, right? And let's try and make that happen. So now the question that was asked, and in fact, when we were debating this whole session that you're having was around Anandam, right? Now the question, and Anandam in Sanskrit really means happiness, bliss, for that matter, right? So the topic that I was asked is, can meditation lead to happiness, right? And this is, and of course, Professor Vinay Sharma and myself, we have been in heartfulness meditation for a long period of time, but there are other types of meditation as well, right? So we will. So in terms of the session today, the way I would like to go about doing it today is, just discuss a little bit about what is happiness, right? And I think Professor Vinay Sharma actually touched upon this topic in terms of what is happiness. He said he alluded it to a definition from Oxford Dictionary, I'm sorry. He also referred to it in terms of the state of mind, but we will us par thoda charcha karenge. What is happiness, right? And then we will discuss the other thing is what is meditation, right? In terms of, we will talk about that. And then what is specifically heartfulness meditation and what is so unique about this heartfulness meditation, which again, Professor Vinay Sharma introduced this topic about heartfulness also, which is meditation of the heart. We will thoda us par charcha karenge. Then what we will do is as a group, as a team, we will meditate on this topic. Right? We will introspect on this topic together. So I'll give you an experience of meditation to show you, can meditation, what does your inner conscience tell you? What does your heart tell you? Okay. And then we will discuss together and we will arrive at the answer. Okay. So that's the approach that we, because it's not my answer, it is our answer. It is what is the right answer for you. आपके लिए ये प्रश्न, आपका दिल, what is it telling you? Can meditation help me? Can it help me to lead towards happiness? And what is my happiness? Because each person, as Professor Vinay Sharma said, each person has a unique definition of what happiness is, right? So we have to come up with this answer for each one of us, and I will be a facilitator in this activity. Okay, so that's how we will come towards it. Okay, perfect. All right. If I think somebody is okay, so whatever. So now the question that we're going to discuss right now is what is happiness, right? In terms of I wish people can write. Maybe we'll not do that. Maybe it's a little bit more complicated. So let's just there is a you all have heard of Aristotle, right? So Aristotle basically defined happiness in terms of there are four types of happiness. Okay. The first type of happiness, he said, right? I'm just going to give you broad explanations, if you don't mind, with your permission. He said that the first is the happiness that comes from material objects. Right? Agar mujhe car mila, to I am happy. Whether if I get myself a nice home, I'm happy. If I get a good friend, I'm happy, right? I mean, whatever jo cheez mujhe milte hain, if I get those objects, then I'm happy, right? There are material objects, but they are very, very temporary, right? They last for some time until the next want or the next need comes up. Okay, so that's the first. The second type of happiness is the happiness that is derived out of ego gratification, right? If somebody tells you, for example, I'm going to pick on somebody, in the let's say, for example, somebody says, Kumkum Parihar is very, very intelligent, then Kumkum will probably say, hey, I feel really good. I've been recognized, right? As that's somebody that's somebody is recognizing me, right? Let's say Prachi said, you tell Prachi, for example, amongst the entire batch at Amity, she became the first. And let's say Prachi Kumari, right? I'm taking another example, right? So she became first, for example, and amongst her peers, if she has become first, then her ego gets a little bit more gratified, and she derives happiness out of it, right? So it is derived out of, again, somebody gratifying your ego. It may last for a little bit longer. It may make you feel better than your peers. Right, so that's what many people, for example, go after promotions, right? Go after positions of power because they look good, they thrive. It gives them happiness, basically. Nothing wrong. I'm not giving them any judgment, but it is another type of happiness that comes out. The third type of happiness that comes is, this is Aristotle defining it. It's very, very good. In my opinion, it was by the way, I Googled it. The third is basically happiness from doing good for others and making the world a better place, right? So that is the third type of happiness that we. So people like, for example, Mother Teresa, right? People like Mahatma Gandhi, for example. People, Martin Luther King, who really sacrificed their lives for the benefit, for doing good for others and making the world a better place, right? And a lot of the spiritual masters, the spiritual leaders, Dalai Lama, all these people are, they probably derive happiness out of that. Okay. And just excuse me, there's one person that's calling me. 1 second. I'm very sorry I have to take this call.
No issue, sir. No issue.
I'm sorry. My apologies. There's a gate and that needed my approval. My sincere apologies.
No problem, sir.
I had to take that call. Otherwise, they wouldn't be let in. There's some work happening in my house, actually. So my apologies. The fourth type of happiness is this happiness called sublime happiness, right? And most literature, when you read online, they say that you're on your own on this one. We don't know, but this is the happiness that they say. And my experience is, right, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a secret on this one, is when you're happy at all times, is this regardless of whether you get a material object or not, regardless of whether you get a promotion or not, or regardless of whether you're doing good or doing bad to the world, if you are happy within at all times, then in my opinion, this falls into this category. Right now, so this is, again, I'm sorry to say this, but this is theory. Okay, all of this is theory. The question that we have to really ask ourselves is how to be happy, right? That's the thing. Okay, so I'm just going to switch. So I know we also talked about what is meditation in terms of meditation is a mental exercise that involves relaxation, focus, and awareness. This is one of the good definitions that I really saw. Meditation is to the mind what physical exercise is to the body, right? So just let you all know, so that you're all aware. And this is something that I really want you all to know, right? The tools that are really given to you as human beings, to all of us as human beings, we're given two things. One is we're given the body and we're given the mind. So we have to keep the body and the mind very healthy. In order to keep the body healthy, we have to eat good food, we have to exercise, and then at the same time, we have to sleep. To keep the mind happy, how do you keep the mind happy, right? And meditation is the only exercise that can keep the mind happy. Okay, so just to let you know, right, the mind contented, so that the mind doesn't affect you. Okay, so just to let you know. Okay, so I've bored you enough about meditation. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what is heartfulness meditation. Heartfulness is a simple and a subtle practice of meditation that connects each of us, whoever is meditating, with the light and love in our hearts. And I think Professor Vinay Sharma ji actually talked to you a little bit more about why the heart becomes very important, right? Because if you look at it, when each one, the reason why each one of us is alive in this world, right, is because our heart is beating. When our heart stops beating, we are dead. So there is something special about our heart, right? And as your professor said, the blood is the one that pumps all the blood to the rest of the parts of the body. The minute it stops functioning, we're dead. So us dil par, us heart par kuch importance hai usme. There is something special about it. And when we meditate and we connect to our heart, there is something there that we can possibly get. It gives you a little bit of secret, basically. Okay. Now, I've introduced the topic about happiness. I've introduced the topic about meditation. Now, I think the question that what I would really like to do right now is I would like to meditate, on this, with all of you, right? If it's okay with everybody, let us try meditating, right? So I think if you just follow my cue, and then what we can do is, then we can come back to this topic about can meditation lead to happiness, and maybe I can answer your questions, and I can maybe we can figure this out together. Okay, is that okay with everybody? Are there any questions in the chat? By the way, if you have any questions, then you can put your questions in the chat. I think as you grow, it will be really good. But if you don't, I mean, I think even if you have, and maybe after the meditation, we can answer all those questions. Okay, so I'll pause a little bit. Are there any questions before we begin meditation? First of all, do people want to meditate and have a taste of how meditation feels like? If you can put some, some notes in the chat, it'll be really helpful, please.
Everyone, please respond.
Oh, great. Good. So thank you, Nityanand. Anybody else? The rest of you, I'm assuming the rest of you are all there. Unfortunately, I can't see you. You're all don't have your cameras on, but and that's because we didn't request you to have your cameras on. Any questions you have before we begin our meditation? What is meditation? You can, instead of unmuting yourself, you can actually type the question on chat, and then so that we can know what you're thinking, basically. Any questions? Have people meditated before? And what have they felt?
Everyone, so it is asking you questions. Please respond. You can type it in the chat box. If anyone wants to speak directly, please raise your hand. We can unmute you and you can talk.
There is always a saying that when you ask a question, you have to give the students at least about 14 to 15 seconds before they respond. So we're going to wait until if there is a question that we can possibly answer. By the way, this is a very safe space. So if you have any, there's no good question or there's no bad question. Any question is welcome. So have people meditated before? So can I pick on somebody and ask a question? Is that okay?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So I'm going to ask, Kumkum Parihar. So maybe if you could just come online and you can answer this question, Kumkum. What is your understanding of meditation so far? Kumkum, are you there? Are the students there by any chance?
I don't see her right now.
I'm sorry, Vijay ma'am, we can't hear you.
Hello, sir, can you hear me now?
Better, yes, better.
Yeah, I don't see Kumkum right now, sir.
Okay, how about Kalash Mishra? Is he there?
Kalash Mishra is there, sir.
Right. So can Kalash answer this question? What have they understood about meditation so far? Or even, for example, what is it that makes Kalash Mishra happy?
Hello, Kalash. Kalash.
I don't think so. We have any students on the, in my opinion, they've just dialed in and they've left.
It is a compulsory activity for them, sir. So I am not sure what is going on. I'm trying to unmute Kalash.
Okay, so let's go with somebody else. Disha Chowdhury.
Ask for me.
Disha. IT sir, hello. Sir, can you please unmute Disha? Disha Chaudhary?
Yes, ma'am, I gave the permission.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you. Disha Chaudhary. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Disha, please.
So Disha, I have a question for you. Maybe you're not clear. Are you there? Can you hear me clearly, Disha? Disha, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hi, thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but how are you?
I'm good, sir. What about you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So have you been able to listen to what I've said so far in terms of meditation and in terms of happiness? Have you been able to listen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is your definition of happiness?
Sir, happiness means staying happy and doing whatever we want, which calms our body, mind, and soul.
Okay, good. So if you're saying that happiness is doing what you want, is it? I'm sorry, there's not a background noise. Are you in a quiet place where you're able to listen? Where are you?
Hello? Disha? Sir, maybe sitting in the class, sir. Many of them join together. So I think they are chatting in between, and that's the reason why we get a lot of noise.
Okay, no problem. No issues. No issues. So I think what Disha said was being, I think she said happiness is doing what she wants, basically, is what she said. Right?
Yes.
So are we in a position to have this talk, Vijay ma'am? I just want to make sure that the students are able to hear. I want us to be a constructive, and useful. If the students are, distracted, then it's okay. Then, we can do it in maybe another time, because we are going into meditation. I want this to be an effective experience for all of them, right? And
Yes,
if
sir.
if they're not interested, that's okay. We don't have to force anybody, right?
Yes.
But it's important that they all come online and then they show a collective interest. Otherwise, it becomes a tick mark activity, which is not good. No?
Yes, sir. Yes, I can understand, sir.
Yeah.
So I am actually asking all the students, are you all there comfortable? Because we are planning to start the meditation, as sir said, a guest speaker. Everyone, please put your answer in the chat box. Yes or no? Please type in the chat box, everyone. Yeah, now they are responding, sir. Now they are writing. I think, sir, that time gap is required.
Sure. No problem. So they're all sitting in a class, where they are in a position to meditate, are they?
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, they have designated classes. So the faculty who is teaching them will be there in the class. So they will be sitting in the class.
Okay. Okay. And is it possible? Do they have a camera in the class by any chance?
They can use their laptop, and also we can project it on the classroom in the class projector.
Okay. All right. 1 second. Is it? I've stopped sharing, haven't I?
No, no, sir. We are still able to see that slide, which is showing a heartful yogi lives from the heart and meditates every day to center the mind and develop. Yeah.
Okay. So why don't we do this? Why don't I would like to see everybody, because I think let's bring all of them on camera.
Okay.
Let's
Okay,
make
sir.
it
Let me ask the students.
Yeah, let's bring
Hello.
everybody on camera. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone. Sir, IT person, sir, can we actually put the camera on? Can we allow the students?
I see Dr. Shweta back again.
Yes, ma'am, I gave the rights.
Okay, okay. So students, now you can put your camera on. Please, everyone, please switch on your cameras.
So if you don't have a laptop and you're logged in Nityanand using a phone, log in using your phone. Turn your camera on. Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. So you can see the classrooms they're
Wonderful.
sitting in the
Thank
classroom.
you. No, this is good. Thank you. And I really appreciate it. I'm sorry to put you all on the spot, but with no responses, I don't know who I'm speaking to, right?
Yes.
It becomes imagine you being put in this place.
Yes, sir. We can absolutely
you
understand.
have no answer to anything that's going on, right? Hey,
Yes.
all of you all looking so good. Why are you all so shy? Why is that nobody responding? Huh? You all have beautiful smiles. Huh? Very good. Very good. Thank you. Thank you everybody for coming online. I really appreciate it. Great. Good. So I'm going to ask. So if people don't ask me questions, I'm going to pick on somebody and I'm going to ask a question. Okay. And by the way, I'm ruthless. Okay. So, be it Rachit or be it Varnit, I will pick on people. Okay. So Nityanand, you should get yourself a phone and you should come on. Okay. And please mute yourself. Otherwise, IT instructor will mute you. Okay. So the first question is, I want you to type the answer on the chat, please. Right. What is, I defined 4 types of happiness according to Aristotle. What are the 4 types of Aristotle? Don't Google. What are the 4 types of happiness? And what are the 4 types of happiness that we spoke about? Okay, I'm going to pick on somebody. So Archie Jane. Hi. So what are the 4 types of happiness, Archie? Yes, but there's no point looking back, Archie. You have to be looking forward. What are the 4 types of happiness that we discussed? Can you unmute yourself, please?
Sir, please give them the rights to unmute.
Okay, I guess everybody is getting very excited now. Okay. So Archie, are you able to answer that question? Okay.
I think she's shy or she's not able to give the answer, sir.
Okay, so let me pick on somebody else then, right? Rajvardhan. Namaste, Rajvardhan Parihar. Yeah, he's gone out of mute. He doesn't want to be picked. So you have to understand something. If you as students don't come up and you're not interested in the topic and you don't participate, it's very difficult for me as a person, because I'm a person, it's not me, it's for you. It's not me defining what happiness is. I can say something and go away. But if you don't understand it, then aapke liye kuch fayda nahi hoga. It will be a useless lecture. I want to save you time and I want to save myself time as well. Kyunki ye mere liye nahi hai ye aapke liye hai. Ye aapki, if you want to understand, main kaise khush ho sakta hu, how can I be happy? And what defines happiness? Agar aapko interest nahi hai is topic par, so there's no point, there's no need for us to discuss this. You understand? So I'm going to open the floor up. What is happiness according to all of you? And I want anyone to answer. And if no one answers over the next 1 minute, then we will end the session. Because it's a very simple question. Well, it's not complicated.
Hello?
Yes,
Yes.
Nishika. Yes. What is happiness according to you?
Yes, please speak up.
Yeah. Anybody, or you can type on the chat. Anybody. And if you're not interested in the topic, tell I'm not interested, sir. We're okay. I'm okay. I'm not going to take offense at all. I won't be offended at all. But I want somebody to be able to participate. No? Or if you have a question, you have to ask. I'm going to wait for 1 minute, and otherwise, Vijay ma'am, we will end the call. Okay, great. According to me, happiness is the feeling of joy. Okay. Kushi says happiness is anything that gives us a mental boost. Very good. Okay, this is actually, Kushi, that's right. It is exactly what Aristotle said, is because your ego feels boosted, which is good. I'm not saying in a bad way. And you derive happiness out of that, right? When you come first in class, right? You
Sir,
derive
may I request you one thing? Sorry to interrupt in
Sure,
between.
sure.
Sir, can you please adjust your camera a little bit more so I'm not able to see your face?
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
Uh,
Can you see me better now?
yeah, sir. So
Yeah, sorry. I think the camera is flipped.
yeah,
away.
now it's
Yes.
perfect, sir. Yes, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Sorry about that. Yeah,
Thank
sorry.
you. Sorry.
No problem. So, okay, what else? Happiness is a feeling that you get when you're doing something you like. Yeah, absolutely, Prachi. Thank you. Yeah. So, for example, what is it that, for example, if you are dancing, for example, and you love to dance to good music, then happiness is the feeling of joy that you really get when you're doing something that you really like. Absolutely. And some of the boys, for example, we love to play cricket. And when you play cricket, when you play a game and you makes you feel good, it's a feeling that you really get. Absolutely. Very good. So it's related to that, right? How about what else defines happiness according to you all? We've got 135 people in the call here. What else defines happiness? The state of being happy. Okay, so it's an inner state of being happy. Very good. Okay, so let's switch the topics, switch it a little bit more. Okay, what is your understanding of meditation? And what is your understanding of meditation? And can meditation make you happy? You can say yes or no. Can meditation make you happy? Happiness is when something is achieving goals and being satisfied. Ishika. Okay, thank you, Ishika. Good. Happiness is when something which makes you feel at peace and full of joy. Okay, very good. Okay. So I've actually, thank you for all for more answers. And thank you, Kalash, and thank you, Kushi and Prachi and Ashwin and everybody who has answered, Ananya and Ishika. Now I'm changing the question a little bit more for all of you, right? What is meditation? What is your understanding of meditation? I covered meditation. What is your understanding of meditation? Can meditation lead to happiness? First of all, what is meditation, and can meditation lead to happiness? I've got two questions there. You can answer either one. Possible or not? Meditation gives us the feeling of calmness, which can also be called a sub-part of happiness. Okay, very good. Yes, Kushi, that is true. Meditation can give you a feeling of calmness, which can be a sub-part of happiness. Okay, so if you're not calm, you may not be able to feel the condition of happiness. You're absolutely right. Yeah. So meditation leads to happiness. By the way, just the other question that I really wanted to ask you is, along with happiness, there can be sadness also, right? Please understand that happiness and sadness are two sides of the same coin, basically. Okay. Meditation helps you feel at peace with yourself. Okay, wonderful, Prachi. That is true. So when you're at peace with yourself, you can feel the condition of happiness. Correct. Okay, that's good. Okay. What else? So according to Kushi and to Prachi, meditation can give you a state of mind which can make you experience happiness, can make you feel happiness, right? So that's what this is, right? Any other answers? So let me ask a question. If, let us say, you do not get the objects that you really want, or you don't get, with meditation, can you still be happy? Let us say you don't get the job that you're looking for. can meditation still keep you happy? And if yes, how? How can you be at peace when you have not gotten what you want to get? Akshank Sharma? Up. He switched off his camera. Akshank?
निकल फेरोशी ऐसी थी यार कल तू उसको चने के चाट पे चढ़ा दिया this is not
So Katelia, maybe you want to answer?
निकल तू उसको मिस कर रही थी
If you don't get what you want, can you be happy?
आज तो उसको सुना दे not
Hello? If you can go on mute, please.
Excuse me, everyone. Please, one at a time. Somebody has switched on their mic and many people are talking together. Please, one at a time.
So the question is, if you don't get what you want, if you don't get the job that you want, if you don't get the university admission that you want, can meditation still lead you to happiness? That's the question. What is the answer? The answer is, since there's no, let me tell you the answer. Okay, there's a long thing that Rohan has written. Maybe Rohan, can you speak as opposed to writing it? Is that okay? Can Rohan, are you okay to say read out your answer? Okay, so let me answer on his behalf. Basically, the answer is too long. See, what happens is the following: is that happiness is, you get happiness when you get something. But if you don't get something, you get the opposite effect of it, which is sadness. They go together. Happiness and sadness, they go together. What meditation allows you to do, it allows you to connect with your heart. It allows you, as you know, as Prachi said, it makes you peaceful from within. It allows you to accept, even if you get something, accept the thing that you get with gratitude. And even if you don't get something, it doesn't allow you to go in the negative. It allows you to accept the fact that this is not meant for me. It is okay to not have it. It gives you that level of wisdom. It gives you a sense of balance. So what meditation does is that it does not allow you to become too happy when you get something and lose your mind. And at the same time, what meditation allows you to do is that when you don't get something, it doesn't allow you to go below the curve and become too sad, and making you depressed and go into depression. So meditation allows you to keep yourself in a calm state of mind, regardless of whether you get something or you don't get something. That is the answer. That is the benefit of meditation. You understand? So the effect of meditation really is that when you go through life, you'll go through sense of happiness, and when you get something, and when you will go into sadness, when you go into depression, when you don't get something. And what meditation allows you to do, it gives you that sense of contentment, that connection within you, that you are part of a larger thing, gives you that understanding such that you neither lose yourself when you get something, and you don't lose hope when you don't you can get something. That is what meditation allows you to do. Okay, so let me read what Rohan has said. One way to achieve peace is to change your perspective and focus on what you have rather than what you lack. Practicing gratitude and appreciating the present moment can help shift your mindset and bring a sense of contentment and peace. Additionally, letting go of attachments to specific outcomes and desires can help reduce stress and anxiety. Another approach is to focus on understanding and empathy towards others, even if they do not give you what you want, by seeking to understand their perspective and needs. Communicating your own needs. Absolutely, very good. Yeah, I agree with Hanu as well. It's a great answer. The question is how to do that, how to achieve. So what Rohan, what you've listed is everything on how to achieve peace, but meditation as a process, as a tool, will allow you to get that peace, basically, get everything that you're really looking for. Okay, so I'm going to pause here. Any questions for me? Otherwise, I think I would like to end the session. Any other questions for me on this topic?
Anyone would like to ask any question, or if you can put your questions in the chat box, then also we can take up the question if you're not able to unmute yourself. Or if you want to ask directly, we can, you can raise your hand and we can allow you to talk. Make use of the opportunity. It doesn't come again and again, everyone. Prachi, you want to say something? Nancy? Archie? Then it is question answer section. I think, sir, everyone has switched off their cameras.
No, that's okay. There's one good question. Does meditation work every time to give peace? I think that's a very good question. Khushi, thank you for asking it. Meditation works provided you do it every time and every day. Meditation done one day will not give you peace. Meditation done every day at a fixed time using a fixed method can definitely give you peace. It is like exercise. If you do your cardio training, your strength training, and your flexibility training using yoga, it will definitely give you good health. If you eat good food, it will definitely give you good health. If you eat your vegetables, if you eat your proteins, if you eat your carbohydrates in the right quantities, it will give you good health. But it has to be done regularly. Same way, meditation done regularly, especially heartfulness meditation done regularly every day as prescribed, will definitely give you peace. I hope I answered that question. Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Good. Thank you. Any other questions? Thank you. What should I do about the restlessness or Kashish, thank you for asking. What should I do about the restlessness or discomfort I experience while meditating? Very good question. Thank you for asking this. See, so Kashish, you have to understand something, that restlessness or thoughts. So when you mean, so let's define restlessness. Restlessness only comes, is your definition of restlessness. When I meditate, close my eyes, a lot of thoughts come during the mind, right? It just means that those thoughts are there in the subconscious mind. So you have to give it time for it to come, right? So it's like, for example, let me give you a simple example. I'm going to use a very basic example. When you brush your teeth because you want to keep your teeth clean. What will come out when you brush your teeth? All the dirt that is there on your teeth, it is expected. You can't say, oh, just because the dirt is going to come out, you can't say, oh, I'm not going to, I'm not going to brush my teeth. Yes, so while you meditate, the restlessness will be there because जो कुछ अंदर दबाकर रखा हुआ है सबकॉन्शियस माइंड में, वो ध्यान करने पे के टाइम आएगा. So it will come, it will touch the mind, and it will leave. But so what is more important, Kashish, is not what you felt during meditation, is how you felt after meditation. Meditation ke baad kaise, how you feel. It is like how you feel after you're brushing your teeth. How do you feel after your exercise? During yoga, for example, when we do yoga, the asanas, it becomes, you're it's very difficult. You feel very restless because you're in very awkward position, right? But after your yoga, you feel, Hare, I feel so relaxed because all the body tension, it will go. The same thing with meditating as well. During meditating, if you have a lot of thoughts in subconscious, mein kuch bhara hua hai, you feel very uncomfortable, but you must power through. And uske baad you'll feel a lot lighter. That is how you should measure the effect of meditation, basically. Kashish, good question, and thank you for asking this. It's a very relevant question. Okay, good job. Thank you. What else?
Somebody is, I think, has unmuted themselves to ask question. We are getting only the noise. We could not listen. Please, if you're not able to talk, please write it in the chat box.
No problem. I also want all of you, there are 125 people here. Please Google heartfulness meditation. Heartfulness meditation is free of charge. You don't charge any money. There's a personal trainer that is assigned to you. Like you have a physical trainer when you go to a gym, a personal trainer will be assigned to you that can take you through your entire journey, that will take care of you, that will help you deal with the mind, which is a very, very, very important part of your entire being. Like the body is a very important part, the mind is a very important part. So I strongly urge you to please get yourself acquainted with heartfulness meditation, the heartfulness app. You can contact Professor Vinay Sharma if you need to. If you need to reach me, I'm also available. I'm at your service. But I'm really happy that your institute has taken the time to introduce this topic to you because they really care about you, each one of you. I hope you take it seriously for your own benefit and learn from this. Okay. Thank you all for participating. With that, I hand over the session back to Vijay ma'am. Over to you, and Dr. Shweta as well. Over to you.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, are we going to have a session on meditation practicing right now?
I don't think people are interested. It's my
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay, so I think we can close the session then with this. Sir, now no more questions from anyone. We are open for a couple more questions if anyone is interested. Anyone, please raise your hand if you want to ask. Shruti ma'am is telling that she is interested in meditation.
She is. Then can you please ask her to get connected with me? I will give her a one-on-one session.
Oh, great, sir. Yes.
Shruti ma'am, is it Shruti ma'am? You said it. Who?
Yes, sir. Shruti ma'am. She is professor at our institute. Sir.
Please, Vijay ma'am or Dr. Shweta, please give her my number. Please
Yes,
contact me.
sure,
I'll
sir.
give you a
Sure,
personal. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Shruti. I will give you a sitting. It will be very beneficial for you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for such a wonderful session. And we really appreciate for taking out your time from your busy schedule and then giving us so much insight and also asking questions directly with our students. It was really a wonderful session. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Jivana. Thank you.
Now I request Dr. Shweta Kulshresht, Associate Professor and Anandam Coordinator, MIT Institute of Biotechnology, to propose the vote of thanks. Over to you, Shweta ma'am.
Thank you, Vijay ma'am, for giving me this opportunity. I feel privileged to propose vote of thanks for today's webinar, which was very interesting and delivered very interesting way by Sir. I express my sincere gratitude to eminent speaker of this webinar, Professor Vinay Sharma and Mr. Ramesh Krishnan sir, for their valuable time and deliberations. Professor Sharma has been supporting and guiding me from the beginning of this webinar proposal. Thank you, sir, for making this webinar happen. A special thanks to Ramesh Krishnan sir for accepting our invitation for this talk. I highly appreciate Mr. Ramesh Krishnan sir for his efforts as well as prompt replies to all the communications we had. Thank you, sir. I extend my thankfulness to my colleagues, students who participated in this webinar. Your interest is active participation were infectious. Thank you once again for our eminent speakers and wonderful participants. And thank you, sir, for delivering a very interesting and interactive section. So thank you.
Shweta, you have to display that, which I gave you one slide PPT.
Yeah.
Have you displayed it?
Yeah.
Sir, now I request our Professor Vinay Sharma sir to give the concluding remarks, sir.
Well, I think we had a wonderful session, and thank you so much, Mr. Ramesh Krishnan, for prompting the audience and making them interested, because initially they were, not very enthusiastic, and they took it kind of, let's say, routine session, and as if they have to just get the attendance recorded and get some marks for this. But then you prompted them, and the message has definitely gone down very well. I'm sure that they have understood, at least grasped some understanding of what happiness is and what meditation is and how meditation helps you. So this is a wonderful job, in fact, because you got the audience prompted. That's a very, very, very big thing, So thank you so much. And we also have, one Yoga Mahotsav, which is organized jointly by Ministry of Culture and the Heartfulness Institute. And that's being organized in Jaipur on 17th, 18th, and 19th March in the sports ground. And it is in the morning, 6:30 to 8 o'clock. So it happens to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So those of you who commute from Jaipur, we can surely make it convenient to attend the sessions. And we also publicize it in your peers and the other groups, so that anybody who is interested can participate. This would really be very, very useful because it has the meditation sessions. It has a few other aspects also: yoga, pranayam, mudra, polarity, brighter minds. There are many things which would be demonstrated there. So I think we can conclude. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot to everybody once again. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Take care. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. And it was really wonderful joining again, sir, for us and giving us your insights. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you, Vinay, sir. Thank you, Ramesh Krishnan, sir.
Take care. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Thank you. I wish you all a
Thank you,
great
sir.
evening. Jai Hind. I think,
Jai
sir,
Hind.
we can conclude the session with your permission.
Yes.
Thank you.